Hello, and welcome to our presentation to Teach Our Peers by Darby and Victoria. We chose to teach our peers about Week 3's content, Bloom's Taxonomy, and assessments. We hope you enjoy our presentation.
Today, Darby and I will be going over the learning gaps, such as what is Bloom's taxonomy, 21st century revolution, how Bloom's relates to teaching, how Bloom's relates to assessment, and the different levels of Bloom's taxonomy.
Bloom's taxonomy first came to light in 1956 by Benjamin Bloom. It is a hierarchical model that classifies learning objectives. It was later revisited 45 years later to use different classifications. It is meant to create a richer learning experience and provoke higher order thinking with students and create more scaffolding to their learning. Intended for K-12 teachers, the pyramid starts at a more basic level of thinking and works up to a more depth and comprehensive way of thinking and learning.
The 21st century revolution of Bloom's taxonomy. Some educators have taken the 6 levels of the taxonomy and aligned them with technology tools that help foster each level. For example, you can integrate apps and websites that help students remember content like flashcards, drills, or practice tools. There are tools that help students analyze and make sense of content like reading charts, graphs, or mind maps. With these examples, the focus shouldn't be on the tools themselves, but on how the tools can be vehicles in transforming student thinking on different levels. How can the tools you use support different cognitive levels? Consider how a digital Bloom's taxonomy can help you identify ways to design technology-rich experience with your students.
Educators often use Bloom's taxonomy to create learning outcomes that target not only subject matter but also the depth of learning they want students to achieve. The verbs associated with the process in Bloom's taxonomy really aid to this, and there is a strong alignment between the learning outcomes, the learning, and the assessments created for all teaching.
Through Bloom's taxonomy, educators often create their assessments. Some educators use the bottom 2 layers, which would be knowledge or remembrance, as well as comprehension or understanding. Educators want to assess and evaluate students based on these 2 levels. However, this does not show whether the students have truly integrated their new knowledge. The first step in creating an assessment with all levels of Bloom's taxonomy is to be clear on what the students should have learned from the lesson being taught. Then, pick a single topic and ask questions based on each level.
Knowledge, or remember, is defined as remembering of previously learned material. Knowledge or remembrance represents the lowest level of learning outcomes in the cognitive domain. Since it's recalling facts, digital Bloom's taxonomy, this can be things like bookmarking, copying, bullet pointing, group networking, and searching.
To comprehend or understand is defined as the ability to grasp the meaning of material. These learning outcomes go one step beyond the simple remembering of material and represent the lowest level of understanding. In the 21st century digital Bloom's taxonomy, the tools could be advanced researching, annotating, blogging, tweeting, tagging, commenting, and subscribing.
Application or apply refers to the ability to use learned material in new and concrete situations. This may include the application of such things as rules, methods, concepts, principles, laws, and theories. Learning outcomes in this area require a higher level understanding than those under comprehension. In digital Blooms, this could be things like calculating, charting, editing, presenting, and uploading.
The analysis or to analyze refers to the ability to break down material into component parts that its organizational structure may be understood. Learning outcomes here represent a higher intellectual level than comprehension and application because they require an understanding of both content and the structural form of material. The 21st century digital Bloom's taxonomy tools could be mind mapping, surveying, linking, and validating.
Evaluation, or to evaluate, is concerned with the ability to judge the value of material for a given purpose. Learning outcomes in this area are the highest in the cognitive hierarchy because they contain elements of all the other categories. In the 21st century digital blooms, these tools could be grading, networking, rating, testing, reflecting, reviewing, blog commenting, posting, and moderating.
Synthesis, or create, refers to the ability to put parts together to form a new whole. Learning outcomes in this area stress creative behaviors with major emphasis on the formulation of new patterns or structures. The 21st century digital blooms taxonomy tools could be animating, blogging, filming, podcasting, publishing, wiki building, video blogging, programming.
We hope you enjoyed our presentation. Here are our resources.